I think.
Oh, so creepy.
Then he shouldn't have taken Steve Buscemi.
He made such a career out of that. I guess it's really poor Buscemi.
No, he's done all right for himself.
I think he should spy on the Knights of Vaddapol, actually.
Okay. What's Sona doing?
Sona is... who has what training left? Give me a second. I think Sona's, like, maxed out for stuff. Yeah.
Flea's leveled, or he didn't?
He's level 3 right now.
Okay, all right.
So he's maxed for his potential.
Yep.
So what was that? We had exhibition, I think was the E. What was the E?
Yep.
I think we'll have them try to do a whipping expedition
Oh
again.
no, entertainment, yeah, or exploration.
Entertainment.
Yeah. That green means he's doing the entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do he's wait a sec. His religion is bad. Is there a way for us to? We don't.
Yeah, you got rid of the religion, so I'm gonna just go.
All right. So yeah,
don't-
Ashoka's actually on the market for a religious leader. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, you've got no spiritual
That's a good
guidance,
idea.
so I think everyone's gone to -1 on religion. Like they are religious people.
None is worse than something wrong. It's potentially, depending how wrong it is.
Depending on how wrong it is, yep.
Okay, so Ashoka is actually not diplomancing the count right now. Ashoka is on the market for a religious guy.
You do know that the exposition is in the middle of like the religious hotbed. Like that shrine is where there are a lot of priests.
Down here, the market of the old gods. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you could wait until the week after if you wanted.
Oh, that's okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, so yeah, we'll leave the diplomacy then. We'll solve. We'll spend one turn without religious guidance.
Okay. What is Sona doing this week?
I think it's either resting or doing the whipping, just the trying to build up the.
Just make some money. Make
Just make some money.
Okay, so entertaining. What is Droll doing?
Droll
is Mark's guy.
Oh,
Does he have to train his stats?
He
Yeah,
has
his
5
abilities
stat
suck.
points he can train.
Yeah, he'll train his.
he's at 2 of 3 training points in strength. So
So finish training his strength.
Yeah, finish training his strength.
How many training points?
He's got 2. Give him 2.
we've got a total of 3 training points that we can use on him.
Okay, just a sec.
Two?
Yeah, give
Yeah,
him 2 in.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 in strength. Or no, can only go. Yeah, I can go 2 in strength.
Okay.
And I'm
Well,
looking at the wrong way.
Yeah, he's got to finish training 1 strength point. So you've got 3 dice to spend. You're looking for 1 more success.
Okay.
Drain is Ahmed's guy. We'll just say he's just resting.
Okay.
Bull, he needs 1 strength point, so he needs to train.
Yep.
I'm sure Bull takes precedent over Akka.
Yes.
So one training point and 2 on Droll. 2 on Droll. Is that how it's going?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Fleas is already leveled.
Fleas has already leveled.
He will rest.
He will rest. And I'll
Akka
level him. 'cause
doesn't
I'm-
have any facilities to finish training him, so he is resting. Vanu, the lazy, is resting.
We're just slathering that fucker in barbecue sauce.
Old Vigo and Dren Zerko. Oh, wasn't Sona going to train Old Vigo as a sorcerer?
Yes.
Okay. So Ark... Oops.
As a sorcerer?
He's going to retrain his level.
Okay.
So this is
God.
he's doing the training, and what level is Sona?
Sona is
He's operating at a 5, so he can go arcane training 5 on Old Vigo. Okay, and then Dren is resting. Good?
Yep.
All right, we will do a quick role playing with the Count because that's interesting. We need to do the in-person evaluation of Damien, Magnus, Damien, and Prentice, which brings us to the training. Zed, we'll snap back to Zed as well. Sona is doing some training of Old Vigo because Old Vigo showed that he liked magic. And might have the personality for it. So give me the roles for Sona, the bard, who is trying to train Old Vigo to be a sorcerer.
3 successes.
Cool. Now we've got a chart where we roll up the random bloodline for a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Turns out it's undead. That's why he won't die.
Yeah, it could be something like that. So random race tables, no character power. I did this. We'll say how many successes did you have?
3 of them.
All right, let's roll 3 times, and we'll pick the one that we like the best. So the die is D45.
All right, Mark, you start banging those out.
What's going on?
Oh.
Shut up. Do you need in? Okay, all right. Well, I'll be done around, I don't know, 11 midnight. Okay, later. It's my buddy on a date just harassing me. I have my door open. This yells Canada sucks into the door. Them's the fight words. It's one of my buddies in the other game. Luke, you guys will meet him.
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 31, and 32. Okay, so 5 is Arcane Bloodline. Strong. 31 is Pestilence Bloodline. And 32 is Possessed Bloodline.
I wonder which of these we're gonna lean toward.
Let's see. I'm just gonna. I want to read the Pestilence Bloodline.
I don't.
What is Possessed? Possessed is probably from that. Oh God! We awakened some possessed demon.
Put it back! Put it back!
Go back to a gunslinger!
Could we retrain you as a sorcerer? It's difficult.
Possessed sorcerers channel their magic potential through a unique bond with a possessing spirit rather than through blood alone. The spirit takes numerous forms. Instead, the possessor and the sorcerer work together. Their joint nature allows the sorcerer to unlock unnatural abilities. It's not a terrible one. It's a weird one. And then pestilence is just bad. I'm walking disease.
Get out.
You were born during the height of a great magical plague to a mother suffering from an eldritch disease, or you suffered an eldritch pox as a child. Okay, that's not so bad. And your very soul now carries the blight of pestilence within it. Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you could cast charm spells on vermin.
Thanks. Pass.
Yeah, we'll go with the arcane. We'll go with the arcane bloodline.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is his name? It's Old Vigo is now a sorcerer.
Yep.
I'll just make a note. Rebuild
I'll make a change.
to sorcerer 1 bloodline arcane. Oh, he's very grateful. He's happy. Magnus is happy. Sona thinks it was neat that you guys took his his advice for this. A droll training for his strength. He needs 1 success.
Okay.
2d6.
We gave him 2.
Yeah, we were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he is
6 and 5.
Yeah, up his strength by 1.
Yep.
Bull needs 1 more success. He only has 1 point, however. There's 1 training towards Bull. Give me a d6.
You all right doing that, Mark?
Who? Sorry?
1d6.
Droll? Yeah, I'm doing Droll.
Oh, sorry. I'll do it. I'll roll the. We're tag teaming the character. No.
Fail, Bull. Bull's not pushing the
Bull.
rock enough. All right. Drain is pretty quiet during his rest period. Fleas is having fun with his drums. Akka lingers near Ashoka just in case anything is needed.
Okay.
Vanu gets into a religious argument with Dren Zerko, who is trying to fill in the gap himself, left behind by the priest of the five-faced god. Dren Zerko is a follower of Hextor, and the lawful evil religion is rubbing people the wrong way.
And he's a inquisitor, isn't he?
Yep.
The elf people liked full elves, right? And they're not they're not in this city. No.
Okay. There are 2 people that got into an argument with Dren. Vanu is one of them. I'm going to put his morale down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. It's Fleas. What is Fleas god?
I think Fleas.
We've got it marked down as Palor on the sheet. I don't know if that's correct or not.
That's a copy pasta error.
Okay.
He is neutral good, and if I was going to pick one randomly, it would be likely either your competition god or a not unhappy noble god, maybe a magic god. Palor is a really odd thing to be there. I would have assumed it would be Cord.
Cord?
Okay. Cord there.
Yeah, chaotic good versus lawful evil. Yeah. Fleas does not like Dren Zerko's proselytizing, and we'll put his morale down by 1.
Okay, what are the rules for us? Do we have to have all of our gladiators on... We have to put all our gladiators on something, which is 3 turns long, to have Tempe fight in official fights, correct?
Yep. They can be called up into slots for 3 weeks. Tempe are not subject to the 3 fights per season rule.
Right, but you have to send your gladiators down for 3 weeks to bring a Tempe up.
Yeah, you can put them on injured reserve if they're injured.
Now, if I call a Tempe up, if I want to just fight with one of the Tempes, can I send one gladiator down, bring the Tempe up, and then fight with that Tempe, even though I have other gladiators in my stable that could have gone out to fight?
Yeah, so somebody has to be put on injury reserve for 3 days, for 3 weeks. You don't want to do this if they have fights remaining. Like, there's a way that you screw yourself at the end of the...
Yeah. No, I basically... Like, we could do this with Prentice, for example. We could do this with Magnus.
Yep.
I might Tanya Harding Magnus by the end of the year, just so that I finish the season, so it doesn't...
Wow. go and attack his leg.
Thwack!
Just so he's on injury.
So Magnus has had his 3 fights. Sona's only had 2. Droll has had 2. Drain has had 2. Prentice has had like 5 of them.
Correct.
Okay.
He's our most popular guy.
Yes. All right. Good to know. I'm just thinking of how we deal with Zerko. We could also sell him. He'd be pretty valuable. The thing is, he's actually like decent in terms of
Dren Zerko. Yeah, he's the first level Tempe Inquisitor warrior Gestalt.
Yeah.
Character.
Like, he's like. He's got good ability scores. His classes are pretty strong.
Oh, he's grading though. He is grading.
Yeah. Which is fine because we mentioned that we had some. Last we talked about having a fight where we were supposed to lose.
Oh, Dren.
Yeah, you did mention that you wanted to lose. You've got Vanu and Dren that are causing your Ludus a little bit of problems. Like, there are some issues in the locker room, basically.
So I think we're going to. I think.
Sona's going to break a toe, and.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna do that. We'll put Sona on injury reserve and Drain on injury reserve. And Vanu and Dren Zerko are going to be brought up, and we're going to.
This is for week 11.
Yeah, for week 11.
Okay, let's talk about that on week 11.
Sorry.
Let's finish week 10.
Well, no. I'd like to put them on injury reserve this week.
Got it.
So that they have the next fight. They have one more week on injury reserve, and they're brought back in. And we have 2 new beds that are mostly new.
I will just make note that they're on IR for
and
at least 3 weeks.
The timing is good because Magnus won't have to watch his gladiators die because he's busy staring at boobies.
And Droll is going on injury reserve?
Yeah. No, Drain. It's why are they on injury reserve? And then they might get mad at us for putting our guys on injury reserve to fight women, or they might make jokes about the women beat us so bad, or then we'll say something about they just needed some rest from all the ass that they had to beat or whatever.
Sure. Okay. And then who are you calling up?
Vanu and Dren Zerko. That's it, boys. You're going in to do something.
All right. They seem really nervous. Dren's proselytizing stops when he receives news that he's being called up, and Vanu seems really nervous. Like he's had a really productive season of doing nothing.
Don't worry. As long as you've been practicing and training hard, you'll have nothing to worry about, says one of the only guys in the language that Vanu speaks.
Yeah, that doesn't make him feel any better. He doesn't necessarily like Dren, although he hasn't really made an effort to make himself liked by many people, and everyone hates Dren.
He peed in the food. Vanu, you peed in food.
All right, Ashoka.
In case you're wondering, if you want to never be invited to Adam's house again, pee in a food.
I guess I'm not coming over then. just dribbled in the top of the pepperonis one day. Snake Man, Ashoka, who are you bringing with you to go try to speak to the Count?
The Count is not somebody we introduce Akka to, because the Count is a respectable gentleman. Um, is Damien busy on this turn?
Damien is going to do his evaluation, so technically he is.
Okay.
He's getting ready for his evaluation, like he's getting ready for the fight, warming up, spending time with Magnus.
Magnus. All right.
But I guess for like a day trip, you could bring either Damien or Phineas. I don't know. Phineas sometimes likes schmoozing with Imperials.
So far, Damien has been less of like, you know, he's lying right now. You're lying. Did you know you're lying? He's lying. So we'll bring Damien with us this time. See how it goes. It's always good to have a human noble to hide behind as well. Just, you know.
All right. What do you tell Damien?
I thought he was training with me today. Why are you bringing him? He's got to train.
I know, Magnus. I will return him shortly. We are off to meet the Count.
Yeah, you're too soft on them.
Remember, he's a noble. They're kind of soft in general.
Nah, he's out underneath. He's a good fighter.
You know I can hear you, right?
Yeah, you're a good fighter. Remember the other day? I still got the scars.
Yes. I know it'll just be a short trip, a little break. I'll let you whip the others into shape. They're getting slow.
Gladiator's not slow. You just got lazy eyes.
Okay. All right then.
It's Marty channeling Ahmed doing
Ahmed, you're doing Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's Ahmed's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. Yeah. All right. So you go into
Speaking
the
of
town.
training, aren't you supposed to be getting ready for an evaluation?
Yeah, I'm training out with my gladiators. No better way, right?
Yes.
All right.
And Magnus will be Magnus.
Fuck you, Joker, you snake!
Joker, see you later.
Master, do you want me to stay with you, or do you want me to come with you? Am I still being punished? Are you requiring a secret?
Of course I am. You better find something good.
I know that Fester likes to take extra bread from the kitchen. I saw him. He took more than his share, and he ate it.
Hi, Eric. Or Epic. Epic, Eric. 10.
Did he know?
Yes, he did.
That would be I.
We typically choose the longest beard to be the DM. It's just historical precedent. So, if ever Marty has a run-in with a barber, it might go over to me or possibly Mark.
It'll be the epic music between Spock and Kirk. And then scissors.
Do you want me to come with you to the Count, Master?
Not for first impressions.
Oh, Master, I will stay here and discover secrets for you then.
Yes.
It is my lot. It is my lot in life.
For now.
Yes, Master.
Crawls away.
Till you grow. What does their poison do again?
Hey, thanks for the follow, Epic.
Is there a way to harness the imp's poison into food or edible poison?
Give me a knowledge arcana or like craft alchemy. Sorry.
Assassin? I can use poison now.
An int check.
Int check. All right. Int. That's the.
We're playing Pathfinder with a bunch of 3.5 stuff that I import in, and we are using a die roller, custom die roller, so to do die rolling in chat. We're using map tools because it allows for like mega zooming and panning, and it just seems to be a better app than Roll20 in our opinion. It's something we've been using for many, many years now. And then most of our stuff, character sheets, are kept track on OneNote. It is beautiful for that sort of thing. Of course, it's more like freehand character sheets. And then in this campaign, the characters are managing a gladiatorial ludus, or like a fighting house of gladiators, and we use spreadsheets a lot because look at all the gladiators they have to manage. And they're wandering around a city called Vaddapol, which is a feeder city for the Imperial City. Kind of the B-leagues of gladiatorial combat.
We got to
Welcome to the channel. And this is game 21 of Dread and Circus.
Cool. There's also all the VODs, and then most stuff gets on the YouTube archive just to for posterity, which might be said wrong. However you memories.
Posterity, right?
Posterity for your posterior.
The posterior.
There's other campaigns there too.
Yeah, and then we had Legends campaign, which was 77 games, and a few others that are all part of the same Marty-verse, if you will. All right, so Ashoka and Damien Van Imp are heading where? You guys know of the Count. He has showed up at some of the games. Do you know where he lives and where you're going?
I will go. Hey, you! Where's the Count's house? Like, I will gather information.
Sure.
Like, we're going for a walk.
It's like DC 5.
40.
He's got lodgings in the castle. The guy looks at you like you're fucking insane. Like, where does the king live? He just points up at the castle.
Thank you, sir.
Castle Vadaska? He's asking you like this is a trick question.
Very good.
You are correct, sir. Congratulations.
He looks really confused. And he forgets all about it with the 40. He just like goes on with his day. Like you're trying to pull his chain or something, and you guys are just approaching the castle.
Yeah.
You pass through River Market.
Appointment?
You see that there are some gladiators on sale in the River Market. I don't know why my voice.
Let's go shopping. We can look. Come on.
All right.
We see who else is buying what.
You notice that there is a bugbear.
Bar.
Hey, thanks for those. And you notice that there is a monkey man. The monkey man looks like he's got his thumbs trapped in a like a finger trap, and he's sitting inside a gilded cage. And it's like the most ostentatious sort of like display.
I like Monkey Man.
And the Undertaker right now they're speaking about the Undertaker.
Odric the Undertaker is what we call him. He is a blooded, or soon will be, gladiator. He can cut a man in twain with his sword. I'm looking for 3 talents for this gladiator. You there, sir. You. You look like a man of fine wealth. Have you ever wanted to own your own gladiator? You can make 10 times that much in Vaddapol.
What is that one's name?
Wait, what are you pointing at?
The Monkey Man. Monkey Man.
Are you a ludus owner? Do you have enough money? I don't think you have enough money to buy a wizard.
Oh, we don't have a wizard. We need a wizard.
Raise an eyebrow. That? Yeah, that's Sun Wukong. That is Sun Wukong.
Show me that you have the coin, and I'll speak to you
No
of
one
this.
carries around those talents.
What family are you from? You look like you're
I'm
of
a Van-
wealth.
I am a Van Imp, sir.
My apologies. Well, then come closer, and let me tell you of a tale of woe.
Oh, I like tales of woe.
What a chopper. Okay.
Well, as the story goes, this poor wizard, whom we will call the Wizardling, he is smart enough to gain the trust of the Imperial Wizards. He trained as a Universalist. A Universalist tries to gobble up all the knowledge of all spells. And he took from the Imperial Academy and took from the wizards until one day one of his classmates challenged him to a duel. And this wicked creature, jealous of us good and menfolk, and jealous of our knowledge of magic and of the many worlds, participated in an unsanctioned wizard's duel, resulting in the death of a true Imperial student. He was stripped of his arcane academy credentials and sentenced to death in the arena.
Oh, so he's a condemned.
What is his timeline?
He has, after this spring, 5 seasons. Still a lot of time to milk him for what he's worth. You know, if you know a thing about magic, I could let you peek at his spellbook. He was, before his condemnation, able to cast 3rd circle spells.
Oh, you don't say.
An errant fireball, they say, is what took out this goodly Imperial wizard.
Fireball is an odd choice for dueling.
Indeed! It must be his simple monkey brain.
It's one of those, do you understand what wizard means?
I have a feeling the slave guy needs a token, so this dude is, let's see. Let's see if I've got a token. Slave merchant? Oh god.
Well, I know the next time we're really hard up and we need to get some gladiators and I need to use magic to get somebody to give me gladiators, I know who I'm going to be getting. This guy.
Who?
This particular merchant will be the one I will go to.
Oh, that's a perfect token. I haven't been using the BFAT voice, but there's a bunch of them. Apparently, Fat Merchant is a landmine of.
The Bing image search. Ooh.
Right. So this guy needs a name. His name will be Claude.
Bobby.
Claude.
Cloud.
Claude. Claude the Slaver. And then I have...
Did you just Google slave merchant? Get yourself on a watch list.
There we go. There's Claude the Slaver.
Oh.
He does the nose breathing, like he's got like some boogers, and he does
Like
the
a
dry
bug.
nose breathing. Yeah.
So, are you interested in either one of them? Uldruk the Undertaker is my favorite here.
He's not blooded yet, though.
He isn't, but apparently, while he was on his ship coming from whatever heathen place that bugbears hail, well, They say a swords master taught him.
Can you be a swashbuckler with an elven curve blade?
No. Elven Curve Blade is two-handed. You can't... I mean, you can, but you lose some of your powers or abilities.
There's a bunch of stuff that has to be one-handed. And you have to have a hand free.
Yeah. So if you want to use a 3.5 weapon like Elven Thin Blade, then yes.
Is there like an Aiujitsu like samurai?
There's a samurai, and there's specifically an Aijitsu class of samurai. I just don't know if it's any good. Alternate samurai. Aijitsu. They call it Yojimbo. No, that's a bodyguard.
First level, Aiujitsu Master may use katana of your size category. You may use your dex modifier instead of strength on attack rolls. Aiujitsu Strike, you add damage dice. Yeah, let's make him a samurai.
Somebody.
Some way of fighting. He's got a way of just the flick of his wrist, his sword in his hand, cutting people in half. I've seen him do it to melons. They won't let me kill people in the market here.
He's genuinely upset.
That it is a pity.
I thought about bringing him to the pits, but very dangerous.
Don't bring him there! Don't bring anyone there ever!
Okay.
Ashoka looks at this like, that was an odd overreaction.
There's actual legitimate terror in Damien.
Pits are dangerous, but a lot of money can be made in the pits.
Yes. The pits are dangerous.
Nah.
I wouldn't know. I've never been there.
I tell you what. 15 talents for the wizard, and I'll throw in this bugbear for an additional talent.
Oh, the pit fights. Basically the Erythnulian pit fights.
Oh God!
A horrible underground fighting. People wearing other people's skins as masks.
Just show the map.
Just
Go to the map.
Just
Go to the map.
It's
an illegal fighting arena, and yeah, it's like full of people that look like this. Fights to the death. There's like no mercy. It's all for basically a god of slaughter.
There's this movie called Ghosts of Mars.
Right.
They're those people. Those guys.
Yeah. Illegal fighting pit area. Like, how does it exist? There must be some graft or payments going on.
Yeah.
Basically Damien went there earlier in this session and
He
was lucky to
there
survive.
by his new cannibal friend.
Well, do we have a deal then? 13 talents for 2. This wizard can also do wizard things around the house. Magic is very useful.
Yes, we have a wizard, but...
You have a wizard? You already own a wizard? Well, I wasn't aware of any other wizards that were owned here. I hear...
A moment, please, good sir. A moment.
Well, she's gonna say they might start.
He kind of gives him a, like...
He totters away.
Hey!
He kind of like, he's got this little like cat o' nine tail, kind of like this little whippy hand thing.
Stand up straight! I'm not gonna sell you if you're all slouching over. And you! Fix your hair or something. Do some magic. Nothing.
How often do wizards come up for sale?
Not overly. They're also not allowed in the arena here. So I mean,
Out of character.
clarification. Wizard dueling is not allowed in the arena here. They don't have the appropriate protections. So
I see.
casters of significant power doing things like fireball, for instance, are also frowned upon.
Oh, I see. Well then, we have little use for him, unfortunately.
Yes. That would be my assessment as well.
Besides, he gets powerful enough, he just teleports away. What good is that? Right. Well, we'll save our talents. Thank you, good sir, for this demonstration. Best of luck in your sales, but I think you'll pass today.
12 talents, then.
Requirements for a wizard are not what they could be. Perhaps if they upgrade the arena someday.
I do hear that there are rumors that there are some of the wizards here that wish to start up official dueling here in Vaddapol. What a grand spectacle that's going to be in the first weeks of whenever that starts. Wizards will go at a premium at that point. And you are right. Wizards aren't often sold in the slave markets of the Imperium. And I have this wizard spellbook.
First, they have to come up with the amendments to allow for the wizard dueling. Then they have to come up with the funds to upgrade the arena or create a brand new one. And all this time is going on, and you're condemned. His clock is running out. We can't possibly put that kind of investment in this creature, not knowing what we'll get back.
I'm sure with a name like Van Imp, you could talk to some of the locals and get some, perhaps a sentence commuted. Then you would have a permanent wizard as part of your ludus.
Perhaps I could, but influences like coin only have so much to spend at one time. And I don't know that this is something I'd like to spend it on. Good day, sir. I'm sure you'll find a buyer for these fine specimens.
Perhaps then for a talent I could remove these two from the market for a week while you decide further. A holding fee, if you will.
Ashoka, I think we've made our decision, haven't we?
Yes.
Good day, sir.
Good day to you.
Ashoka's gaze is going to linger upon the Wizard of Ling.
Okay. Wizard's looking around. He catches your eye. His brow furrows a little bit.
As you're walking away, Damien's like, that's too bad. I would have liked to have had a monkey. Not a wizard, just a monkey. You could have given him a little vest and a little hat.
That is too bad. Ashoka wants to inform Sid that this man has a spell book that he might need alleviated from his possession.
You're gonna steal the spell book. Alright.
Go, Sid.
Alright, you reach the castle gate. You were stopped by some guards. Or business. The gate's closed. Oh, so the gate is open, but they're moving stuff back and forth, like supplies and things. You can see soldiers going to and fro. That you're still stopped.
Ashoka Moruya and Damien Van Imp of the Conclave of the Crimson Scale. We wish to give our greetings to the Count. We seek audience if that is possible on this day.
Okay. The higher, the more amenable the Count's current situation is to meetings. Count isn't in the city.
Well, that's pretty not amenable. This is one of those...
Sense, motive.
Yeah, well, yeah.
18.
Yeah, the guard's saying, Count's not here.
Yep.
Okay.
That's... the Duke?
I don't think they...
It's kind of... taking a shit.
He... Do you have an appointment?
No.
Do you have a message to deliver to the Count or the Duke? He's not. He doesn't think you're important enough at this point to leave a message, but he's giving you an option.
Yes.
Okay. He looks mildly annoyed that you're going to make him deliver a message.
That's what I'm going to do, son. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm probably not going to charm you, but...
And what is the message?
The conclave of the Crimson Scale seek an audience with their greatness. At your earliest convenience, please notify us of when this could be possible.
Okay, the guard... Hold on a moment.
Captain!
He goes over and talks to a guard captain. The captain looks at them. There's a bit of a chuckle. Captain comes over here.
I hear you calling upon our Count or our Duke.
Just being neighborly.
You live in the city. Why do they want to speak to the likes of the two of you? You neither have letter, nor note, nor gift.
We have brought much to Vaddapol.
If there's a message, make it short and swift.
We seek audience at your earliest convenience. Plus all of the appropriate flowery language that goes around such a statement.
If the Duke or the Count have need of you, you will be summoned. Take their names.
Ashoka Maruya,
A big book that some scribe writes your names in.
Damien Van Imp.
Damien Victor Van Imp. It means winner, you know.
You notice the scribe pauses at this? He looks back to the
Yeah,
captain.
the scribe looks at the guards going,
The scribe goes and whispers to the captain. He looks Damien over. What is your business with the Count or the Duke?
Oh. Ashoka, please inform the man of my business.
Okay, the captain looks really annoyed now as he looks back to Ashoka.
The standard and appropriate pleasantries of nobility, of course.
They'll be notified that you came to the gate.
Thank you. And do
Thank
think in my
you,
best.
Captain
Trent.
Captain Trent. Thank you for your assistance.
Okay, he gives you this look like, fuck my life. It was cordial, if not slightly cold.
Okay, that works. One was busy taking a shit. The other was we found a goal for Sid.
Okay, it's a couple days later. It's still within that week block that kind of represents the management time period, where you do get. Let's see who sends you back a. The Count. The Count. Let's see. I don't remember anything about the Count. Let's check my notes.
He wasn't on my list. I want to see the... I want to see the mayor. I want to see the assistant mayor.
Take me to your leader.
Take me to your leader.
Yeah, the Count isn't on here, so he's an agent of the Duke, and the Duke is basically doesn't have time for you right now. So
That's
the
fine.
Count, does the Duke care about your Ludus? He really doesn't. Maybe. No, question mark. Okay. This is your first interaction with him. Let's find the Count.
Don't fuck it up.
There is Count Czargon of Vaddapol. We'll bring him to Vaddapol. Yeah, you were summoned to the castle. Almost.
All right, what do I want to talk to him about? And do we have a gift? Because that would be traditional.
And we'll see how important there is. He's holding court this day. Higher is the more important there are. Like, how important are the other people at court? Ooh.
They're pretty important.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There is somebody from the Imperial City that is visiting.
Oh no, it's Daddy.
Daddy has come. Daddy has come to spank me.
Daddy. It wouldn't be one of the Imperial families, because if it was, people would have gone nuts. One of the heads of the other... one of the heads of the other Ludi are here. Well, like one of the Imperial Ludi.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's roll randomly. So if I go to Vinvossa, and we have stable owners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need a D6. 6 doesn't make sense because that's you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A D5.
We are super important.
5.
Oh, the Queen of Ravens is here.
Ooh. Ooh. Maybe that's where this old imp came from. This great imp lion bitch.
So Denister the Raven and the Queen of Ravens, for some reason, have business with the Count, or the Duke, but the Count is home.
So this means that the elf people are here. Because the Queen of Ravens is the leader of the elves, is she not?
She is the leader of a stable of elves.
Right, the
Yeah.
elf imperialists.
Yep. So yeah, Damien, Van Imp, and Ashoka go back. You notice that today when you're crossing, it's kind of an overcast spring day. There are a lot of ravens around Castle Vaddapol.
Things are looking awfully...
Like 100 of them. They're all kind of squawking, and you notice some guards like trying to shoo them away. You notice a couple of them picking up some dead ones. Like they're actually putting them into a basket. Like they're kind of treating them with a strange sort of reverence.
Nem.
Okay.
Eyes open.
Oh, did you bring Nem with you?
No. Well, we'll bring Nem with us.
Okay,
For this, sure, we'll bring Nem.
Sounds like he's with you.
Yep.
I have never seen so many ravens in one spot, Master. Aside from Vinvossa, something is transpiring here.
Yes.
I wonder what killed them. You hear a couple of guards be like when you're near the gate.
Ashoka, with all these ravens around, is going to cast see invisibility, so he can see if there's like imps or some shit. Because...
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. Who the fuck is spying on me? Should I have took a combat spell? Maybe. This is a combat spell. I also have a familiar now. Does that mean I have alertness?
Yep.
Alright. 19. Damn it.
You thought you saw an imp crawling along the top of the tower, and you noticed that one of the ravens died. Like it goes falling off the tower. Like it just finished attacking a raven.
Okay. They're off doing the thing, doing the dance. Those are probably the exterminators. Those are probably the counts or the dukes.
Yeah, but there's simply too many ravens for what looks like the imps. The imps are killing a few of them, but there are hundreds of ravens here. You're led into the castle. The castle is an old-style castle. You wonder how it survived the bombardments of the Imperial takeover. Parts of the building look like it's been reconstructed, or it's like newer wood and shiny and a heavy varnish smell as you walk in. Castle Vadasca itself has all sorts of brilliant tapestries. You notice that a couple of statues are covered, though.
Okay.
Like they're off to the side, but they're covered in like tapestries, and like they're covered up.
Okay, it looks like permanent coverings, not like,
Yep. There are a couple of grandiose statues that are inside the main hall that have been covered. You notice that banners of the Imperium, but then there are also banners of like local design. Give me a knowledge and ability, or knowledge local.
These are
I'll take a 17.
right.
Yeah, so Vaddapol is in the Duchy of Vade.
I got 17 on the second one.
19 and 17. These are probably symbols of the Duchy of Vade, but in a way that before it used to be a kingdom.
Okay.
And it's kind of like they're saying, we are part of the Empire, but we are still part of the Kingdom of Vade.
Okay.
There's a subtlety to it.
Huh.
You didn't expect it to be treated like he's holding court, but you eventually are announced.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting like a friggin' like room with some brandy.
You are announced, Damien Van Imp and Ashoka Maruya, the Conclave of Crimson Scale. You walk in, and there are clumps of nobles and officials and bureaucrats, and some of them are off to the side, and they're talking. And you notice that there is a smaller wooden seat, beautifully made out of wood. It's got sort of a gold dragon backing. A heavily furred man, stern and strong, and fighting around the world. Is sitting in the seat. You can see him talking to a few people that are in front of him, and there are two larger seats in the back that have similar symbols of the Empire plus the Duchy of Vade. Like the Count's got like his own seat in this throne room, if you will, sort of off to the side, and he seems to be holding court. There doesn't seem to be a lot of, aside from being introduced, there are places you can go and just get some drinks or some foods that have been
so it's
food that have been laid out. But there are important people in this room, and you recognize an elven woman who has a very black gown, ostentatious horns coming out of the back of her head, somehow transfixed, gossamer strands coming off of her, and she's covered in feathers. There is a very like he's wearing like really black leotard tights kind of fitting man with this weird black alicorn crown, and there are a bunch of ravens in the room, and you can hear one of the local nobles complaining about the bird poop everywhere. Just think all those birds pooping everywhere. There are a couple of servants that offer you like a drink. Heavy silver goblets with a deep dark local wine in it.
Okay.
You get some sneers, and like people are noticing this little imp sitting on your shoulder, and like there are people that visibly are sneering at Ashoka.
That's fine.
Damien ignores it too.
Yep.
He expects it.
The count finishes his conversation with what looks like a boring bureaucrat. Like you get the sense that he was like, yeah, let's wrap this up kind of thing. As he notices the group of you, he gets up.
Ashoka will.
He
bow.
walks right up to Damien. He just sort of acknowledges your bow, like with like a couple of finger, like just sort of like an acknowledgement, like yep. But he walks right up to Damien.